I would at least like for you to like see other accountants first. Because all your eggs are under the Zen basket. I'm just very confused why it's not like how is your business not an entity when you paid over $1,000?
Maybe that's the wrong word.
All right, what's your name?
David Brooks.
Hell yeah. How long you been doing comedy?
It'll be 6 years in October. Almost 6 years.
Nice. What do you love the most about comedy?
Oh, I love I guess I love the response of the crowd, but I also love figuring out if a joke's gonna work. I like the risk, the chance of it all.
What do you hate the most about comedy?
Comedians.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't like that. I guess I love the comedians that are my friends. I just don't like the comedians that really want the result of something that they're not working for. So I kind of don't like the whole idea of like, well, they laugh, so why am I not? That's not how comedy works. Like, you can kill anywhere, but then you still have to take the time. Like, there's still like a whole long journey of it. And I don't like the impatience of comedy, I guess, or impatience of comedians. I guess that's what I'm saying.
What is your end goal with comedy?
To be able to tour nationally, tour all over the world, go places I've never been, to perform stand-up, and let that be a stepping stone, or be able to write TV, write movies, but always do stand-up till the day I die. Like, be able to speak to an audience of all different generations for years.
So you always want comedy in your life?
Oh yeah, always. I don't think I know I'll never not do stand-up. No matter how successful I'll be, I don't think I'll ever stop getting on stage and performing stand-up.
But you think that you'd gain revenue from other sources rather than stand-up? Yeah,
I would like to. I'd like to diversify and do that, but I think it will be hard for me to quit stand-up because that's what started it all, and it's essential. And all my heroes, they continue to do stand-up forever. Like, I like that there's no like clock out time with stand-up. That's why it's something that to me is like truly forever.
Yeah. What does the American dream mean to you?
Being able to do things your parents and your parents' parents before aren't able to do. Being able to capitalize on their sacrifices. That's an American dream.
Do you think the American dream's worked for you?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, I've gotten to do things that my parents could never do. Definitely my grandparents couldn't do, and people before them. So it's worked for me mostly.
What hasn't worked for you?
Taking shortcuts to the American dream. Only focusing on money. That can detour you from actual progress and peace if you detour from it. And you try to go, I just want to focus on money. You can, but then you can't enjoy like doing simple stuff that your ancestors couldn't do.
What do you think the biggest threat to America or democracy is?
The false ideology that everyone's opinion should be heard.
Yeah. I agree.
Just because you have a voice doesn't mean your voice is essential. I think everyone argues over, because my mom was in politics, so like I got to see it a lot. A lot of people argue over a lot of different things, and they don't understand like the basis of a human, right? A universal code of just like treat people with respect, empathize with people, but also understanding like none of our opinions, some of them matter, but all this shit, once we go somewhere else, wherever you believe in, it's not as essential as you think it is. There's a lot of peace within just no struggle. I think everyone wants a struggle. And I always tell people, there is no struggle that you need to yearn for. And I think everyone's yearning for a struggle, which is why they feel like my opinion should be heard because I struggled. And it's like, there are some poor people who are still happy. They don't like that they're poor, but they're still happy and they still find peace in certain things. So like, I just feel like everyone's opinion of struggle and what they want to speak, it's not like essential. It's just too much. Sometimes it needs to be leveled out where it's like, be a good human being, be respectful, do these things. Just that could be very simple, but I don't think that is because everyone has an opinion on something.
What do you think the best way to deal with that is?
Ooh, I mean, I guess we've tried for years. I just think the best way to deal with that in most cases is understanding that there are people that we all band together on the ground level, that eventually with time, people at the top will just go away. They'll have to give in. We've already made a lot of progress in America and other places that they never saw. And I know people don't look at it that way, but like I look at it like way. Like my grandma literally could not go into a bathroom with another white person. Like, and I don't have that worry. Is it perfect? No. But I've never had to worry about, can I go to a doctor that isn't black and that might poison me? Like, that is a small bit of progress that does seem sad. And I get it. People are like, well, that's bare minimum. It is. But for my ancestors, I mean, they couldn't imagine that. So I just think that, I don't know, I just think that over time, it'll get better, but it always will be what it is. And I think I think it's easier to accept that being black sometimes. You can accept that.
What do you think America's going to look like in 20 years?
Ooh. I think the technology will always get better. I think there'll always be different color races of leaders. I also do think that a lot of stuff will come back and stay stagnant. I think stuff will die down with social media. I think people will see how much social media has affected younger kids. See how toxic it is. Everyone's excited about technology, and they are, which they should be. But then now they'll have more like data on how bad it can be. So I think the data will just show that it's been the same in America. Like, great shit has happened, but that great shit comes with a cost. So I think we'll just keep seeing the same history repeat itself, but just with nicer, finer, shinier things. I don't think it's some like jets and shit where cars will be flying, but.
What political issue do you feel most passionate about?
Political issue. I guess with the issues, I would just like it if people could see how essential minorities are in the progress of America. Not just black people, Hispanic people, Asian, but how we all strive for the same thing. Everyone wants this American dream. And I think that huge issue of like people being like, oh, I want to keep America the same and keep America this. And it was like, America was always built on doing other shit and taking something and making it this, that. We all want that. Everyone wants money. Everyone wants goals. Everyone wants this. So my political issue with that would just be like, I wish people just saw how essential everyone is in the infrastructure of this. Like every last person.
What do you love the most about America?
I love how cutthroat it is. I love how cutthroat it is with rich black people, rich white people, Asian. Like, I just love that there's always some hustle. And I love how there's still like a lot of pockets, which I'm sure you've seen on the road. There's a lot of pockets of simplicity and peace in America that they don't show you. Like some guy in Kansas or New Mexico lives a very fine life, going to his warehouse job, seeing his wife, and just like seeing shit. Like, there's like a lot of simplicity in America that people don't see. They only see chaos. They only see that.
What do you hate the most about America?
I guess I hate how essential. I think I hate mostly how like younger white kids that I see, they don't see how essential black people are in everything that they like. I hate that. I absolutely can't stand when I see something and I'm like, they don't like when I hear stuff like I had a college professor that was like, Elvis is the king of rock and roll. I'm like, Elvis is essential for rock and roll, and he's great. But even he said niggas helped him. So, like, you're telling me he's king of rock and roll? Like, there's a bunch of black people that helped rock and roll. Elvis isn't the king of it. So, like, I hate when I hear shit like that, and it kind of puts down black people in a way where, like, they don't see how it. But I think younger white kids are seeing how essential it is. And I love seeing their families see that they love black shit. That's, like, a hilarious relationship that I see. But I do hate that, like, a lot of black people don't get the credit for certain arts.
Right. Do you have, or one more question? What do you, what do you care most? It doesn't have to be political, but what do you care most about in this life?
Being able to make my parents proud and being able to like I said earlier, capitalize on their sacrifices. Being able to make sure I do the things that they sacrificed their whole life for me and my brothers to do, and be able to do it, and be able to make sure when I have children that they can do more than me, and just keep like, I guess that was an American dream for back then, and that's something I would like all black people to be able to do, is be able to capitalize on shit that our ancestors legitimately just could not do. So I care about mostly that and pussy.
Or any final thoughts?
No, I mean, I hope whoever's watching this, they find it entertaining. And it's cool that Jacob is doing this. And Jacob's a good dude. Let you guys know he's a good dude. He's a very good dude.
Hell yeah. Dope. Thanks, man.